Hello everyone, my name is Sarah Jane Mayberry, and I am your local artist. Welcome to Season 2. I know I was supposed to start like a month ago, but I had hurt my arm, and there's a few other things that are different from this year compared to last season. What I do every year is I try to do a live, and I don't have a lot of music on here because I upload it to YouTube. And then anybody that missed my live can go back and look at it. I like that for the people that aren't on social media. And if you have like a certain show you like that you would like to share with your kids, you're able to do it that way. I'm a little nervous. This has been a long time since I've done a live. I've been being a professional face painter this summer, and it was a lot of fun. I also did paintings down there. I didn't do any watercolor demonstrations, but I did do watercolor while I was down there while people were passing. I didn't want to do any kind of demonstrations because I wanted to be able to talk to people as they went through. So if you guys are able to hear me, I'm just letting people filter in. Let me show the live out. But what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you one of the things that I was making while I was doing my summer break. So this is one of the things that I made at the Pearl City Clay House. And I made it on a wheel, a pottery wheel. It was my first time. I had a blast. I would go back and do it again. I would like to make something bigger though next time. Right now this is perfect for my watercolors and my brushes. So I have that for that. I got that down. I made that at the Pearl City Clay House. I really like it. I ended up choosing my color. I chose the blue color. I just thought I liked it. It was the most color that was the brightest. And I usually go for bright colors. Oh, somebody's in here. Hey, how are you? Hey, Dennis. I'm Sarah Jane Mayberry. I'm your local artist. Today what we're going to do... Oh, thanks for liking the live. I appreciate it. Oh, hello, Dennis. What's up? So we're going to end up doing a Halloween live. I'm doing, there's a few things that I've been doing. I have a dollhouse that we've been working on. We're going to do some of the pieces that have to be glued on, and also some of the painting. My little one is a spooky kind of kid, so he wanted a haunted house dollhouse for his action figures. So that's what I'm making him. You'll see that in our live today. It'll be in the background as I'm doing the painting. So that'll be cool to look at. We'll be working together on it as well. And I'll show you all the different things that's coming up. What brings you in today, Dennis? I'm actually from New York. Well, I'm not from New York. No one's from New York. Well, there's some people that are from New York. But I'm actually from Ohio. And I transplanted to New York, to Jamestown, New York. And I work down at as a vendor down at the Jamestown Farmers Market. You can see a lot of my chalk drawings. I do a chalk drawing every single week down there. Every week it's a completely different experience. It's a different subject. And I like to skip around a little bit. Saturdays is going to be a painting with a cat in a witch hat. So we're actually going to practice for that today. And we're going to do a small 5.5 by 8.5 picked painting watercolor. So as you see behind me, that's the dollhouse that I'm going to be working on and making it a haunted mansion. I think that's too cool. We'll be working on that throughout the week and throughout the weeks as we go along. Hold on, it's been a while since I've been on here, guys, so I gotta figure out how to flip my camera. So our painting today is going to be from Shirley J. Carr Toddlaws. Thank you, Shirley. We really appreciate it. So what I do, just to save you money, is what I do is I use a ruler and I actually rule out where I'm going to, give me a second. Sorry about that, guys. Like I said, it's been a minute since I've done a live. And what I'm doing is I am just measuring out a 5x7. So you could technically cut this if you wanted to. I'm not going to cut it. The reason being is I have a white mat that is going to cover it. And you'll see that as we go along. I'll pull out one of my things. Okay, so now we have a box. That's the nice thing about this. So when you use a reference photo, you always make sure you put their name on here because they're taking the time to make the shot. Sometimes they have to buy stuff for the shot. Sometimes, you know what I mean, for the photograph is what I mean. So you want to make sure that you honor them. Alright, so the reference photo is from Shirley J. Parr Toddlaws. Thank you, Shirley. I really appreciate it today. I'm the artist. I'm Sarah Jane Mayberry. So what we're going to do is instead of starting to draw the hat and all that first, we're going to draw the cat. And we're just doing the teeny tiny kitty cat, as round a face as possible, because that's how it looks, too. It's super cool. And then she's got these beautiful eyes. Maybe not with that kind of. Well, nobody's joining. That's alright. Most people catch it on YouTube anyways. Alright, so what we're doing and we're just making a really fun kind of Halloween painting today. That's what I like to do. It's kind of hard to see the nose. Oh, that looks terrible. Huh. We're getting there, guys. Let's try this again. So let me give you a little heads up on why I was out for a while. I have tendonitis in my elbow, so it's been a minute since I've drawn. I've done all the chalk drawings, and I've done a couple of acrylics, but I have not touched watercolor since I've hurt my arm. So this is technically the first time I've done work on my hand since my hand's gotten hurt. So we're gonna change this up a little bit. It'd be better if I could see your nose. It's really hard to see your nose. There we go. I like your nose better. Much better. So sometimes, I mean, it's very rare that you'll see me start over. But I do start over. There are times that I do start over. So that's one of these times. I wanted to make it where I started out where I liked it. If there's a painting that you can't stand, sometimes you'll work with it, sometimes you don't. It just depends. Okay? And then he's got this bandana with a little skull on it. There we go. So we're just drawing this little. And I like doing a lot of the paintings that are just kind of, they're spooky, but they're not scary. That's how my Halloween goes. I don't really do the scary part of Halloween. Oh, hey, thanks for just following me. I appreciate it, man. Jeff, and we're just doing a painting. So this painting's going to be for a chalk drawing that I'm doing. My chalk drawing will be happening on Saturday at the Jamestown Farmers Market, where I'll be, I do face painting during the day, and I do chalk painting, and then I usually do a watercolor demonstration, but it depends on it depends on how my arm's feeling, honestly. So this is my first day back to TikTok in a long time, Jeffy. Oh. I had hurt my hand. And hopefully I won't have to hurt it again, but we know that I am accident prone, so it wouldn't surprise me if by chance, if I got hurt again. It wouldn't surprise me at all, actually. So we're doing this kitty cat. And then he's got now this kitty cat's name is actually Thomas, which I thought was hilarious because the lady told me that her name was Thomas, and I said, that's so funny. I said, that's my maiden name. So I was like, oh, I have to use Thomas's picture now. So I'm just making a skull here. What else should I talk about? So I went to a paint party And I did my first Buffalo Bills wooden sign. So if you see it, you can actually see it behind me. I hung it up. Not something that I sell or anything. It's just something that I have. And yeah, so I'm super excited about it. I really liked it. So this thing that we're making in the back is kind of like a little tree. It's kind of like a spooky kind of tree. I'm going to make it a little bit different than what it was in the picture, though. And I'm on a live. Alright, and then we're going to make this. I'm not going to be long, but. So that's how it is on the reference photo. Let's change it. I don't like that. Let's change it. So let's go here. There we go. And it's going to be the back of a haunted house. Okay. Just do one up here. And then one on here. All right. All right, so we've got it kind of sketched out right now. Let's add a little bit of embellishments to the cat. I don't know, maybe a flower would be good. What should we add? How about just stay? There we go. So this is Thomas the cat. We've got it completely sketched out right now. Let's switch to watercolor. Alright, so let's look and see at the colors and what we're going to do here. Oh, my arm. Let's go with our basic colors. So I guess what we'll do is we'll start with our basic colors and our watercolor marker. I'm just going to do the background first. Alright, so we're just using the orange around and doing a base back coat. I'm going to do the same on the other side. And we're going to try to make it real loose. Normally, I don't do the background first. I just wanted to do something different. I don't know. See, these other oranges are a little bit different colors. Let's swap it a little bit and see if we can get a little bit of orange around here. So it's been a long time since I've actually done art because my hand was so messed up. And it's so nice to be able to come back. What I'd like to do is come back. I'm going to do, you'll see at the end of every show, I'm going to do a non-dominant hand thing. You'll see what I mean here shortly. So we're going to do a different orange. So that's just the first coat. I'm going to do another coat of it. And smooth out the lines. Okay, so I ended up using the color from here and pulled it up here just because I thought it would make it look cool. Alright, so we're just doing this first base layer. While that is drying, let's go ahead and use this purple. I'm going to drop it in with this other kind of more pink purple on the flower. And I want to keep it separate, so you see how there's kind of like a gap in between there? So I love art. I could do art every single day. Every day I do art, it makes me happier. I'm a big, what do you call it? I think art should be an everyday kind of thing. So right now I'm just doing the watercolor. And sometimes it's a little bit harder because it's a little bit unforgiving. In acrylic, you can just kind of paint over sometimes. Unless it's white, and then you can't paint over it, it sees through. But that's okay. Sometimes you want that in your painting. I have a couple paintings like that. And we're just making some highlights here. I prefer the more colorful stuff. I'm definitely a more colorful, positive, kind of outlooking kind of person. Alright, so we have a little bit more of a texture along there. I've got to keep this at about an hour, guys. So let's go ahead and we're going to make our little kitty cat. He's going to be orange. And I'm just showing his lines on his face because he's an orange cat. Alright. There we go. He's looking like he's more of a tabby cat more often. Alright. Let's do an off-white for the skull. There we go. Oh, I just lost my cap in my water. That's funny. Alright. So I'm trying to give it a little bit of time to dry, guys. I'm using the watercolor brush. So I kind of wanted to make it kind of a quick drawing, even though there's a lot of really small spots in here. I thought maybe I could still make it squeeze in there. Alright, so the rest of it I'm going to do black. And then we have to do the lines here for our little snake. And we're just giving him a little bit of lines. Not necessarily matching his lines, just kind of giving him lines so that it gives him the illusion. There we go. There we go. Alright. So we're just slowly building this. I have to wait for it to kind of cool down. Well, not cool down, dry off, I should say. Let's do a little bit of dark gray in here. Maybe I should do black. I rarely ever use black, guys. Very rarely. But I did for this painting. Hey! There we go. A little bit of a line here. Okay, so let's look and see here what we've got. Let's do a little bit of pink on the nose, because we know we just got a pink nose. So the hat and the scarf is going to be black, and part of the meatsman's going to be dark green too. Or I'm sorry, not dark green, black. Okay, so let's go ahead and put in a little. Oh man. Never like it when things don't go as planned. So I used to have paper towel here. Do I not have paper towel here? Oh, I do have paper towel. Awesome. So that I can get that drawn. There you go. So we got that green that went into the other green. So we're not gonna finish our thing yet. We're gonna have to give it a few minutes to dry. So let's go ahead and flip this over. Alright, so while we let that actually dry, let's go ahead and put this on here. Oh, great. There it goes. So a little bit to know about me. I'm actually on a new health kick. which isn't usually for me. I got a bike again that I haven't had a bike since I was like 16 years old, and I started trying to ride it. I'm trying to do better. Here, this isn't really. We're gonna have to get a new one. Now I'm on the opposite side of this. It's funny. Okay. So while we let it wrap up and stuff here, I'm just let it dry a little bit, and I'm gonna talk about the things that I've been doing. I actually have been doing a lot cheaper art and doing it only and finishing it in like an hour, 2 hours tops. The reason I've been doing that is so I can offer lower costs to people. Yeah. So I've been actually doing it at the farmer's market while people are around. And people are going back and forth and stuff like that. So I'm not just sitting there and staring at my wall or my phone. I'm able to look and do that kind of thing. So this is like with most of my shows. It's a little bit harder to get back into the gist of things, and I just wanted to say thank you for everyone that's coming out, and I'm just waiting for it to dry a little bit so we can do another coat of paint, and then we can do some put some different stuff on there and some ink and make it start looking like a complete full picture. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. There's a lot of paint on there though, so I might have to use a paper towel and gently blot it, just so that I would be able to, so we can get on with our show. I try to make our shows like about an hour, hour and a half long. The reason being is because it's really hard to download and upload anything longer than that. So, that's what I usually do. Alright, so it's been a couple minutes. Let me show you guys a couple things that I've worked on. Oh, it's on the mirror image. So it says Go Bills. But that's what I was working on at a paint party. And there's some of my other stuff. So this is what's going to be our project for this Halloween. And we are going to go ahead and we're going to paint this thing. Oh, hey guys. So I'm down to a lot of different ideas, guys, but it's for a 4-year-old. I don't want to make it that spooky, but I think it'll be really cool. So I'm really excited about it. I haven't started any work about it. I wanted to work on a few other things. So as I said I would be here, I told you guys I would work on my left hand, because my non-dominant hand was the one that got hurt. I'm sorry, my dominant hand is the one that got hurt. So what we're going to do is I grabbed a bag of Crayola stuff, and we are going to work on our left hand. And I know it's terrible, and a lot of people might not want to look at it, because it's not going to look pretty. Alright, flip the camera. So while we wait for the other one to dry, I'm going to get a pad of paper. And we got a pen. So we'll use a pen. I guess it would help if I used my non-dominant hand to use it, but we're going to actually try with our left hand to write. I'm not left-handed, guys, so bear with me if it looks terrible. Oops. So what, 10-2? 25? Alright. And so what I'm planning on doing with this is so that I can at least write my name if I hurt my hand again or if I have a stroke or something. So we're going to just keep practicing in between when we have things drying. So I figured the first thing I would do would be the alphabet. Actually, I don't think I do too bad with my left hand. So, as we're doing that, I couldn't believe it. I actually was able to do my left hand. Cool. We'll keep working on that. So, we want to actually draw something with our hand. And I'm going to try to do a witch hat. So that's a witch hat, and I was able to do it with my left hand. Alright, so that was day one of doing it with your left hand, or doing something with your left hand. I don't want to be in a position to not be able to draw or paint or do anything anymore, guys. It was a horrible time of not being able to do anything. So we're going to keep working on our left hand throughout everything, guys. So I'm just going to take a paper and dab it a little bit. And there we go. So we have a nice thing off of there. Let's do another coat of the stripes. Use a different color of the stripes. Can you see what I'm doing? Alright. Try to do a few more things. And we're gonna hopefully have it dry enough that we can do the ink on it. Like I said, it's been a while, guys, since I've done a painting for you guys on here. So I used to do it all in 1 hour. So let's see if we can continue that. Alright, so let's look here. And I said that I never used black, but here I am using black again. Because I don't want to put a whole bunch of ink on on here. Some ink's alright. Alright. Alright, we're just doing a little bit of the Well, maybe I won't do ink on here. This watercolor black is doing okay. Oh, I noticed we didn't make any orange right there. Let's fix it. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer than extra for a few of the things. Alright. If I had a time in between, guys, I wouldn't have done it right away. But I just didn't have the time. We'll fix that up with a ink in there. It'll be no big deal. It'll be no big deal. Alright, so let's do the hat. So this is what I'm going to be painting on Saturday as a chalk drawing. So I kind of wanted to have a little bit of a practice of drawing it. Alright. And this is my first one back, guys, so be a little gentle with me, okay? Things didn't go all as planned as I thought it would, but that's okay. And then for the rest of the tree and for the rest of the tree and for the mansion, I want to use ink. So I'm just gonna get rid of the watercolor for right now. That's what I forgot to grab, was my ink pens. Give me 1 second, guys. I think it's right here. Can you see okay, guys? So what I'm going to do here is a little bit thicker. Okay, that's better. So I'm just filling in a all the spots with black, but I wanted black. Art does not have to be hard, guys. I'm gonna have to put my phone on silent when I do these lives. Alright, so we got the mansion done. Okay, so we're gonna just blot it a little bit. Now let's do this tree. Can you see? Oh, sorry, called me off. Okay. And I'm just going over the tree because I didn't like how the blue, orange and the black mixed. And I knew that it was going to do that, but I knew the timing. And I knew I could fix it. I'm like, if I don't like it, I can just put the black ink over it. No big deal. So it's not bad. Okay, so we're actually going to make her eyes yellow. So let's do that. Actually, you know what? Let's leave her eyes glow in the dark. We're going to have to do glow in the dark for her eyes. I think that would be better. Let's keep doing this with the, we're just going around with the ink. Okay. So we've got the dark things. Thank you so much for joining, guys. I'm Sarah Jane Mayberry. I'm your local artist based in Jamestown, New York. So I'm just going in and I'm using the ink. And I'm going to ink all around where I painted. I love watercolor. If it wasn't for watercolor, I wouldn't be able to paint every day. That's the thing. Watercolor is cheap enough that I'm able to paint every single day. Acrylic, definitely can't. Not on my budget. This is my first Halloween of the season. Wow. And I'm just outlining all my sketch marks, guys. This is the easy part. And if you don't like what you're doing, get a bigger marker. That's what I've learned. Whew, almost done. Almost done, but not quite. Alright, I'm slowly but surely making this. Alright. Then I'm going to sign it. And let's add the glow in the dark highlights. So let's look here. Let's see what we've got. It's 1:39. I've got 20 minutes. I got 20 minutes. We can add it. Let's do it. So on the picture, what it is it actually looks like he has yellow eyes. So I have glow in the dark paint that I'm going to use for his eyes. I used a little nail brush for this. Let me show you how little my brushes are. See how little my brushes are? And I don't even put this on a palette. I don't even open it. So I just used a little teeny bit on the top. Okay. So eventually, when you go to turn off the light, this should be Well, it should be glow in the dark. It has to give it a minute to dry, stuff like that. So let's look here. So this is my final. We got done with just 19 minutes to spare. And I was able to get it done, guys. I'm super excited. What do you guys think? Alright. Oh, as I trip over everything in here. Alright, so I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for coming in and supporting me. And for everyone that did, I really appreciate it. And it is the very first season of the first episode of the second season. So it was a little rough getting started, but we ended up getting through it. I am just now getting to the point where I can get the kid off the bus. So I have got to get going, guys. I'll be doing these weekly. And hopefully if I have more time, we'll be doing them during the day too. So let me know what you guys like for me to paint. Send me a message. All right, bye. Thank you.